Screen is preparing. We're now live on YouTube. Chairman, you have the floor.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to the meeting of the Administrative Operations Committee of the Public Building Commission of Chicago being held today, March 5th, 2025 at 1 p.m. Director Gitteroff, please call the roll.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and good afternoon to you as well. Chairman Maldonado,
Here.
Commissioner Randall.
Here.
Chairman, we have a quorum.
First item on the agenda is approval of the minutes from the meeting held February 5th, 2025.
Move to approve.
Motion approved. Next item on the agenda is public participation in accordance with the Open Meetings Act. Registered speakers will be allowed 2 minutes to provide comments.
Chairman, there are no speakers today.
Thank you, Mary Pat. Next item on the agenda is report by Director of Procurement, James Portman.
Good afternoon, Chairman, Commissioner.
Good afternoon.
I have two brief reports for you today. As you'll see at tab C1, that's my task order report award for specialty consultant services. We had 2 task orders issued since the last meeting. The first was for surveyor services at the Department of Water Management Operation Facility. That was to Gasparic Alberts Consulting LLC, which is a WBE firm in the amount of $45,299 even. And the second task order was for environmental engineering services at the Kells Park Field House. That was awarded to AECOM Technical Services in the amount of $81,026.88. Any questions on the task orders? No. My second report is a recommendation for appointment of a firm to provide design architect services. You'll find that at tab C2 in your book. And this is for the Department of Family and Support Services Regional Senior Center down on 47th and Calumet, located at 4711 to 4755 South Calumet Avenue. The PBC has 136 architects and 72 engineers of record that we have on file. We review their, what we call LIQ, their letters of interest and qualifications. Those firms are all very interested in providing services to us. After review, the development department and the architect, the resident architect, came up with RADA Architects. RADA has done work for us in the past. They've been successful on our Locke Elementary School renovation, the Saguenash Elementary School Annex, and the Central Hearing Facility project that we recently were working on. RADA has also committed to maximizing M and WBE participation. They are a certified WBE firm. They also are knowledgeable and experienced in the type of work that would need to be performed for this design architect role. And finally, they understand the public engagement and outreach processes, which is something that we want to ensure we're prepared for, as this would be a design build. It's anticipated to be a design build project. I'm happy to answer or have the executive director answer any questions regarding RADA or the proposed project.
It says in the letter that they're partnering with Millhouse Engineering.
Yeah, I'm sorry, and I apologize for failing to leave that out. One of the strengths that they have is they have a number of relationships with existing other firms. Millhouse will partner and focus on the engineering side of the project.
And Millhouse is an MBE, correct?
They are an MBE firm, that is correct.
Thank you.
Should have Commissioner Randall do my reports from now on. That was excellent. Any other questions? Thank you very much. That concludes my report.
Move to accept the report.
The reports are accepted. Next item on the agenda is report by Executive Director Ray Gitteroff.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. With regard to our field order activity report, there is one field order to report today. It is field order number 2 for the Emergency Medical Services Addition, otherwise known as the EMS project. The estimated value for that field order is $65,084.13. PBC reviewed the proposed change in field order with its client partners at 2FM for its concurrence to issue the field order. We received that concurrence. Field order was issued timely. The work is related to specific revisions to the caisson design. When Path Construction mobilized and started the work in accordance with their schedule, they discovered unsuitable subgrade conditions specifically related to granular fill and water that impacted the bearing capacity and the shaft design. We engaged not just the architect, but the geotech engineer, Flood, along with Path and its caisson subcontractor to fully understand those discovered conditions, develop a solution that is efficient, conducted a page turn of the documents with the team, including our partners at 2FM. The architect, AECOM, was able to update its bulletin. We reviewed that with our cost estimator and our client, developed the PCO, had an agreement, issued the field order. Total 48 caissons. Of the 48 caissons, 36 were impacted because of those subgrade conditions. Thankfully, there was no revisions required for the building permit that was already issued. And separately, there was no impacts to the grade beam design. So just those caissons. The path proceeded immediately, and we're tracking the work and confirming any schedule impacts moving forward. That concludes my report for the field order activities. Any questions?
No.
Okay. If I may.
Go ahead.
All right. Just a few updates to share regarding our activities since the last time that we met, along with some important dates for upcoming outreach events. First, on February 19th, our team continued to celebrate the Black History Month by joining together for an informational presentation from staff and to learn about the origins of Black History Month. I would like to commend all of our staff for a job well done, especially Patrice Doyle, who had a little Q&A for us that we're not going to talk about right now. But Patrice, thank you very much. Tanya, thank you. James, everyone, Lisa, Mary Pat, thank you for that. It was well received. It was a lot of fun to be here for that. On February 21st, we attended the Chicago Aldermanic Black Caucus Job Fair at Malcolm X College. That was a great opportunity for our staff to network and register attendees to sign up for PBC alerts and expand our audience for upcoming opportunities. Our PBC alerts are an important part of our business because that is sort of the first line of information that those that are interested to work with us are able to receive that information. So we're constantly promoting that. So with your help, we'll continue to promote that as well.
Does that come through email, text messages, other?
So we've recently adopted text messaging as well as alerts, thanks to Lisa, Frank, and James and Brian, Patrice for doing that. But separately, those alerts do come across, whether it's email or other, so whatever platform that are registered, those that are registered are receiving it. I think every single person at PBC is also signed up for these alerts. So, but yeah, that is a great way to do that. We've asked all 19 of our assist agencies, not only for them to sign up for the alerts, but also to get that information out to their membership. And, you know, later on in this presentation, I'll talk about what we're doing with our assist agencies. But I think the more awareness that there is, the more interest that there's going to be. And that's allowed us to bring to the board meeting, not just the pre-approved jock firms, but also the pre-qualified general contractors, including what you see here that we're going to talk about with the pre-submission conference and any other information that the PBC wants to share, not just with vendors and suppliers and contractors, but architects, engineers, our own clients, our commissioners. Mm-hmm. And I think it's served us well to get that information out. Okay. Thank you. All right. On February 24th, ourselves with our partners at the Chicago Department of Transportation, Department of Planning and Development, and the 35th Ward Alderman Ramirez Rosa hosted a community open house to discuss the public space development opportunities for the Logan Square Plazas project. The event was hosted at the Loganndale Elementary School located at 3212 West George Street. It was a well-received event, well-attended event. It was interactive sort of billboards that are information that we had up, whereas residents were able to walk up and review the different options and actually affix different stickers, different colors to which scheme or option they prefer. So it's been a very sort of educational process for everybody involved, especially the residents in that community. It's very diverse, very engaged, and very excited about the project. That was the third community engagement event that we had, and they have proven to be a good opportunity for input and engagement. A lot of questions with regard to design, program, a little bit about the schedule, and just a lot of input with regard to local businesses, restaurants, and other shops that are interested in, okay, what are we doing here? How is it going to benefit me, or how may it impact me? along with all the other work that CDOT and the planning department are performing. So it's been a great collaborative effort, sort of a mini master plan of what we're doing in the entire area. And it's been a lot of fun. The alderman's been great to work with. He's come to all of these meetings with us, and I think that support helps the project as well.
He's not gonna be the alderman.
At this time, during this meeting, he was the alderman. But his support is greatly appreciated, along with our partners at Planning and CDOT. And then coming up on March 13th, with support of our other partners at the Chicago Department of Transportation, our friends at the Chicago Park District, and our partners at the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, we are hosting a pre-submission conference for the project-specific pre-qualification of general contractors for the Morgan Shoal revetment project. That conference will be held at Mandrake Park Fieldhouse, located at 3858 South Cottage Grove Avenue. That's the flyer for the event, and I think that flyer has been shared with everyone. We're excited about the event. James, you and your team, commend you for helping us get ready for that, along with our partners at the Park District, CDOT, and the Army Corps. So we'll be prepared. We're excited for that conference. On April 17th, PBC will host its next quarterly Assist Agency Conference. That conference will be held at PBC. Over time, as we've conducted these conferences, this is our 6th meeting with the Assist agencies. Everyone's becoming more engaged with us as we're engaging with our Assist agencies. The collaboration is proven beneficial, not just for PBC and the Assist agencies, but also their membership. So we're getting a lot of inquiries, a lot of interest about our work, not just related to the size, but also just interest in the work. How do I get involved? How do I do business with PBC? Who is the PBC? So I think all of that has been very beneficial for all of us. Finally, on May 21st, we will host our 2nd annual PBC Connection session at Malcolm X College. The event will focus on upcoming opportunities, again, doing business with PBC as well. We're planning an on-site networking with our pre-qualified general contractors and pre-approved job contracting firms, our MBE, WBE firms, subcontractors, vendors, suppliers, and specifically our Assist agencies. In addition to that, as we did the first time, we are going to invite our friends from City Colleges and Dawson Tech Institute, not just the administrative staff, but those students that are attending those schools, whether they're currently students or have graduated from the program. And at last year's event, we invited all the students to come up front, kind of say something about themselves, what they do, their name, whether they're in the program or they graduated. And then organically what happened is, as our contractors are going to register ahead of time, they had tables set up, including the Assist agencies had a couple of tables set up. And the students were able to interview directly with contractors and their hiring managers and whoever those representatives were. And if we can make a difference in one person's life, that makes a big difference for us. And we've proven that already. Dawson Tech is a great institution for students from everywhere that want to work. We have a student currently working on one of our projects that was at that event, that was at the Westside Learning Center event. One of our contractors working on the CDOT program, Summit Construction, actually hired her, Nevea was her name, I think you remember, and sponsored her into the union. So if we can make a difference in one person's life, we're going to do it. And I'm hoping that every time that we do this, we gain more traction, more interest, and everybody sees that this is a benefit to the community, right? So those are the things that excite us a lot. Obviously, you can hear in my voice. We'll keep you updated regarding all of our upcoming events. We do have a busy summer coming up, so I'll make sure that you're updated on that as well. And with that, Mr. Chairman, that concludes my report.
Move to accept the report.